Did you know that one of the best ways to learn something doesn't involve reading, summarizing, or highlighting? It's one of the best methods to improve your learning now, and it's called retrieval practice. Retrieval practice is when you're recalling information from memory. For example, when you're taking a practice test, you're using retrieval practice. Now, taking a practice test is just one of many ways to use retrieval practice. Here's some more. Option 1 is to use flashcards. Put the answers on one side and the question on the other. Option 2 is to have a study buddy. You can quiz each other, and it's an excellent way to stay on task. Option 3 is to make a review sheet and then quiz yourself on it. Try to remember as much information as you can. If none of these options work for you, then you can still use retrieval practice with just a blank sheet of paper. Write down as much information as you can recall. Now that you have used retrieval practice, it's very important to check whether you've done so correctly. No matter if you've used flashcards, a practice test, or a blank sheet of paper, you need to check your answers. That way, you'll have a good idea of how well you understand the information, how much more you need to study, and how well you might do on an actual exam. When checking, it's important to make sure that you've recalled information completely and accurately, because an answer that's close enough still isn't fully correct. Also, it's important to make sure that you understand the information that you're recalling. You should be able to put it into your own words and think of examples. Now, retrieval practice can feel difficult, especially when you use it for the first time on a new topic. You might not retrieve a lot of information, but that's expected. Retrieving information is a lot harder than having it right in front of you, but that's a good thing. The more you use retrieval practice, the more you'll remember, and the more you'll do so accurately. Here are some tips for getting the most out of retrieval practice. Use retrieval practice several times on each topic that you're trying to learn. You should do so until you can accurately recall information 2 or 3 times. Find out the type of information that you need to remember and the type of questions you might see on a test. For example, if you're going to be seeing mostly multiple choice questions on a test, you should use retrieval practice using mostly multiple choice questions. Use retrieval practice on multiple days. When you spread out your learning in this way, it's also called spaced practice, you get much better results. So, the next time you try to learn something new, rather than spending all your time with your notes, your slides, or your textbook, try using retrieval practice as well. It's great exercise for the mind, and it's one of the best ways to improve your learning right now.